evening and welcome to the Thursday night net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net I call every Thursday at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 146.460, no PL tone and no offset. My name is Shaun and my call sign is KE0MAD. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone has any emergency traffic at any time, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. All right, hearing none, we'll move on. Our goal with the Simplex Net is to reach out as far into the Ozarks listening area as possible, testing the effectiveness of our stations and radio-to-radio contact without the use of a repeater. And I also understand we have a couple of people that have HTs that usually check in on this net. It also does help to know just how far that HT is reaching to other Simplex listening stations. So don't get discouraged if only a couple people can hear you. You at least know who can hear you in an emergency. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net. Anyone who wishes to can check in early by monitoring the OARS Simplex Net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come in at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend, and everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, September 9th, because the normal August meeting will be on the 12th at White Park at 5 p.m. We're having a picnic and the meeting there. Also, August 19th, there will be a tailgate ham fest at the White Park in Aurora from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is $20 to have a parking spot to sell your gear. This net is now being streamed live on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound on the air or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. So I will begin tonight's net with short-time and mobile stations. Short-time mobile stations, please call now. Do we have any short-time or mobile check-ins? Please call now. All right, hearing none, we'll just move on to the NetLogger list. First on the list is AE0C, Wes and Miller. How are you doing this evening, Wes?
Well, hello, Shaun, and everybody on the net. Hope everybody's doing well and staying cool today. It was a nice, warm day, that's for sure. I don't think anybody got chilly today, but everything's going just fine around here. I'm going to take Siri in to test again tomorrow. I sure hope she passes. I think she's kind of losing her steam, though, so I'm crossing my fingers, but I hope she passes her test. That'd be great. She has been trying awfully hard, but I know it's bound to get a little old after 2 weeks of doing this. And also, she lost some time when we had power out for a couple of days there, too. Didn't help her any.
Yeah, that does kind of put a hitch in the works there. Well, you know what I've been saying ever since I did my own. Take enough money for at least 2 tests, and maybe you'll pass it the first time. That seems to be my luck. You got anything else, Wes?
Nope. As far as I know, planning on going to breakfast on Saturday. I believe it's going to be at Aurora this month, so I'm going to try to meet up with Dave over there and swap out some radios. But, and I guess other than that, I'm taking my girlfriend out for her birthday this weekend. We're going to go over to Undercliff, over by Diamond and the O-Show over in that area.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try that place. I need you to tell me what it's like when you go. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things, but more good than bad. And so I've been kind of holding out to listen to someone that I know. So, yeah. And yeah, Wes brought up something good. The breakfast, the Saturday club breakfast is going to be in Aurora at the Aurora Family Restaurant at 7:15 a.m. Anybody that's interested.
All right, Shaun. Well, I'll let you move on down. And Mom and Dad have been there, and they liked it, so that's a pretty decent recommendation. Dad likes food. He likes good food. So, in any case, thanks for running the net tonight. KE0OC, back to net control.
All right, Wes, thanks for checking in. We'll catch up with you again maybe on Monday night's net. Or actually, probably the Sunday night net. Probably where I'll catch up with you. All right, 7-3. Next on net logger check-in list is Castle, KF0NIG here in Aurora. Good evening, Castle. How are you doing?
This is KF0NIG. I'm doing pretty good tonight. Hopefully everyone else is doing good tonight as well. I don't really have a whole lot to provide to the net tonight. I just got back from volunteering with the church, and they're coming dime meals. It's always a good time. You get to meet all kinds of people.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's a good thing to do, too.
Just don't really know a whole lot else either. Just been staying inside in the air conditioning. It's been so hot out. Should be a relief in the 80s next week.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that. I am so tired of this. At least need a break before the next round of it comes through.
Well, we need a break, and we also need some rain, too. My garden really needs it, so that's the hope anyway. But hopefully everyone else is doing good tonight, and I don't have much else to say. 7-3 to you, Shaun. KF0NIG.
All right, Castle, since this is your first time on the Simplex Net, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the floor up to anybody that can hear you, so you at least know where you're reaching out to. So I'll take a standby. Anybody that can hear Castle, go ahead and give her just a quick signal report to know she can hear you.
KD0FB in Aurora. I hear her loud and clear.
Well, all right. So James over there over by the police station, he heard you loud and clear. So you know that James and myself and probably Bob can definitely hear you in case something ever were to happen where the repeater wasn't working. So thanks again, Castle, for checking in, and I hope you enjoy the weekend coming up. Looks like next on that logger check-in list is KE6GAE, Dave in Rogersville. How are you doing, Dave?
KE0MAD, rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, doing all right, I guess. I'm over this week. Got sporting a water heater. Got to replace that now. So, I'm done with this week. But I will be meeting everybody. I will be over to Aurora Saturday morning for breakfast. And then after this week, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of playing. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot more for the net. Shaun, thanks for running the net tonight. We'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
Yeah, I hear you on the being done with the week. You've had a rough round this week, so all right, thanks for checking in, and I understand. Hopefully you have a good weekend coming up. KE6GAE, KE0MAD. Next on the net logger check-in list is KF6OZ, Mel in Mount Vernon.
KF6OZ, just cruising along, staying inside just to avoid the intense heat. Got plenty to do, but not going to get out there and do it in this kind of weather. KF6OZ.
Yeah, I hear you. I am avoiding everything outdoors. I had to cut up a little tree at work today that fell over, and I was regretting it afterwards. It was terrible out there. You got anything else for the net, Mel?
No, all quiet there here around Hamakers right now.
All right, Mel. Thank you for checking in. I picked up KD0AFB, James in Aurora. How you doing, James?
I'm doing great. I'm sitting in the air conditioning,
talking to y'all. It's too darn hot outside. I feel for the person who doesn't want to go outside and do anything. I don't either.
Yeah, it's pretty hot in the back room here because there's no vent back here because we got to keep the door shut because the little cat running around the house, I don't want it back here in my room. So it's about, I will tell you exactly what it is back here. I've got a temperature gun. It is 81 degrees back here, and that's uncomfortable for me. But anyway, you're coming in good. 5.9 plus 50 dB. Big signal. You got anything else, Jim?
Well, nothing off the top of my head other than it's been a while since I've talked to you, and that's probably my fault. Good to hear from you, man.
Yep, good hearing you too. We do this every single Monday night at 8 p.m. So feel free to check in anytime you want. All right, that puts us at the bottom of the NetLogger check-in list. Do we have any over-the-air check-ins I'd like to check in? Call now.
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike on Thursday night instead of Monday night.
Right, Thursday night, not Monday night. D-Star's Monday night. The 97's Tuesday night.
KC0SNN.
KE0D.
KE0LTG Aurora.
KE0WRU.
WB0 Oscar Queen Victor.
All right, let's hold it up there real quick. Who do we have after KE0DGB? Let's see, I got KE0RM, KC0SNN, and KE0DGB. Who's after that?
KE0LTG.
All right, and then Jim over in Marionville.
KE0WRU.
Yep, Jim, what was your call again? I couldn't remember it.
WB0 Oscar Queen Victor.
All right, we got 6 of them right there. We'll start with that small list. All right, KA0RM. Bob, how are you doing?
I've been outside there for the last 30 minutes, 45 weed eating. 93 degrees. It's hot. I got it done. I was going to get up this morning, but I didn't get up in time. So I'll get out there tonight. At least the sun ain't shining. And I got that done there for a while. It's been hot. We've seen 100 over here today. I don't know what the hottest was, but it was 100 here. But it's been hot. And Jim, good to hear you on there, too, there again. That's about it, Shaun. Catch you later, KA0RM.
All right, good hearing you too, Bob. Thanks for checking in. Next on the list that I picked up was KC0SNN. That's Alan over there in Carl Junction. How you doing, Alan?
Hey, we're doing okay there. I forgot about the net. Bob, well, I think he was kind of coming in on my signal for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, Bob figured out what was going on, so I thought I'd come up here and check in before you got away there. So not a whole lot going on here. Just stand on the inside of the door where it's cool and mainly watch TV and played on the radio all day. Over.
Yeah, staying inside is definitely a good idea on days like this. Don't want to be standing around outside. Bob is dedicated. Bob weed eated this evening. That's what you call somebody dedicated to his yard.
Well, he could be lying to you, too. You want to watch that old boy.
Nah, he wouldn't be lying to me. I know better than that. But anyway, yeah. You got anything else to add there, Alan?
Nope, not anything else. I'm hearing a few of the other people out there that's coming in, a little staticky with them. But anyway, I guess the band's up a little bit. So anyway, that's enough on my end. So have a good weekend that's coming up after tomorrow there. So KC0SNN.
All right, thanks, Alan. Thanks for checking in. We'll catch you hopefully next week. Next on the net logger, or not net logger, but over the air is KE0DGB, Jimmy in Springfield. How you doing, Jimmy?
Hello, Shaun, and everybody on the net. I'm doing all right. I hate it when you're getting old and you say you go to Walmart early in the morning and get a bunch of stuff, get it all checked out, and get ready to pay, and you don't have your billfold with you. That's what happens when you have to have it with you all the time, I guess. It's getting old. Other than that, I'm doing great. How's you doing?
Doing good, Jimmy. How's the SDR radio going? Is it still working?
Yep, working good. Working good. I need to talk to you about that microphone deal one of these days again. But other than that, no, I can't complain. It's ticking away. I haven't hooked the icon back up, so I've been sort of thinking about it, but I haven't hooked it back up yet anyway. Thanks for running that, Shaun. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for checking in. Catch you next week, hopefully. Next on the list is KE0LTG, Lawrence here in Aurora. How you doing, Lawrence?
Well, doing pretty well. I got a Baofeng UV82 here with my linear. It has the two buttons on push to talk, and I'm just now finding out it's when it's set up, it's two frequencies. You push it and you transmit on one frequency, apparently, push it and transmit on another frequency, apparently.
Okay, that's interesting. Must be the transmit on the A VFO and maybe transmit on the B VFO.
Yeah, I just did the A. Now I push the button to go back to B, and since I have both frequencies set to your frequency, it just moves up and down. But I was wondering what the two push-to-talk buttons was for, so as I read the instructions, it's like one or two, and this is the B side.
Well, it sounds good. It's got good audio.
Yeah, I had to get the book out because I kept wondering, why do I have two transmit buttons, the A and the B, and once you turn on the dual watch mode, why, then it allows you to pick two frequencies, and which button you push selects your transmit frequency. So anyway, I learned that tonight with my HT here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to know. I'm curious, when you're listening to a UHF frequency and a VHF frequency, while you're transmitting on VHF, can you hear the signal received on UHF at the same time?
I wouldn't know about that. I just got started with this tonight. I would imagine when you're transmitting, it would cut out the other. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll get a chance to check that sometime.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat to know. They need to know you have a full duplex capable radio. May even have crossband built in, even though crossband's not really useful on an HT. But I know some of those higher end Chinese HTs have crossband built in. All right, Lawrence, thanks for checking in, and 7-3 to you. Next on the list is KE0WRU, Bob up there in Golden. How you doing, Bob?
Doing warm, very warm. I guess you heard about the storms come through up here. Little town of Dudenville around the corner from me, it tore a bunch of limbs and down over there, and then up there in Golden City, it took trees out, crushed some houses. Electricity is just now getting it back in business. That's all happened Sunday night into Monday morning. Over at Lockwood, the same way. There's a lot of corn down, and it's hot. And I survived with just a few limbs down, so I feel fortunate. Yeah, anyway, I wonder if Jimmy's got them birds squelched down. I didn't hear them make a noise, too, you know, Shaun. Anyway, that's about all I got for you, and it is hot. I'm glad you're running the net there, Shaun. Hand her back to you, KE0WRU.
Yeah, I got one question, Bob. Those windmills up there, were they spinning like 10,000 miles an hour, or they still standing?
They're still standing, and they turned them against the turns of the wind so they wouldn't turn so fast. They wouldn't burn their brakes up. So it looked like they had them kind of dry docked, you might say. I was wanting to see what one looks like when it lights up, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'd love to have seen that. All right, Bob, thanks for checking in. Next on the list is WB0 Oscar Queen Victor, Jim in Marionville. How you doing, Jim?
This is WB0QV. Doing okay. Good to hear everybody on the net. I'm hearing most everybody except the Carl Junction station. Heard Castle okay, just didn't get to the mic in time. So, other than that, like everybody else, just trying to stay cool. So, anyway, everybody's got good signals here. Hopefully we'll get some relief in the temperature here in a few days. Back to you, Shaun. Good to hear you too. WB0QV73.
Yeah, very good, Jim. I can't remember. Have you checked in on this Simplex Net before? I just can't remember.
I think I caught it one time when it first started, but I hadn't been around in quite a while, so I heard you announce it there on 9/7, so I thought I'd get on here.
Okay, well, what we usually do when we get a new station or one that hasn't checked in quite a while, we'll do a signal report round, and we'll just open the floor up so you kind of get an idea where you're being heard. So I'm going to take a standby, and if anybody here can Jim can give them signal reports, please go ahead and give them to them now. This is KE0MAD.
This is KE0MAD out of Aurora, Missouri. I could hear you fine, but it did cut out towards the end.
Five six Springfield.
Turn it down, Jimmy. About to knock the front end of my radio out.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm just using a little, I can't even think what kind of antenna it is, but anyway, it's just a small antenna up there about 30 feet, so good to hear them getting out.
Well, that 30 feet's definitely doing good. Of course, you're in a pretty good plane area over there where you got a kind of a high plane, and it does work. Everything seems to work real well over in that area of town. So anyway, good hearing you, Jim. Haven't heard you in quite a while, so good to hear you on the radio again. WB0QV, KE0MAD. We're at the bottom of the list, and I will take more over-the-air check-ins. Please call now.
This is KD0AFB, James in Aurora, checking in.
Yep, I got you already on there, Jim. I got you on the list. Do you have anything else to add to the net?
Well, I think you're doing a great job, and it seems like the net's growing, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, last week I think we had 19 check-ins. That was a pretty good surprise for just nothing special going on. So, yeah, it's doing pretty good. Do you have anything else to add?
It's good boating weather.
No, it's not. I would not go boating in this weather. All right. Yeah, 7-3 to you, Jim. And hopefully you can make it next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. We'd like to hear from you. We're at the bottom of the list. I'm going to take one more call for over-the-air check-ins on the omnidirectional. Then I'm going to start to the southeast and start swinging the beam around and finish this thing off. So if we have any more over-the-air check-ins while I'm on the omnidirectional, please call now.
KE0RWD.
And 2SAW.
Okay, I missed one in there with K0RWD. Who was the station that was mixed in there with the first one?
KC and 2SAW.
Okay, it was a KT or something like that, KD station?
It's probably me, Shaun. KE6GAE with a recheck.
Okay. All right, so let me put N2SAW in here then. All right. Do we have any other check-ins? I got RWD and N2SAW, then I'll get the recheck in just a second. Okay, nothing heard. We'll go first one there, K0RWD. Ron over there by Cassville. How you doing, Ron?
There was a 6 in there.
Well, I'm trying to stay. It's just been unbelievable, this weather. I had trying to get some trees cut up, but there's just no reason. So I guess I'll just get what I can do, and then that'll be it. I'll just back off and let everybody else come in. K0RWD.
All right, Ron. Thanks for checking in. Good hearing you on here. Haven't heard you on here in a little while. So we can catch you next week. And yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of overwhelming. Everything that's been going on, heat and the storms and all these trees and everything. Man, oh man. All right, 7-3, Ron. Let's see. Bob said there was a 6 call. Let me catch the 6 call and at least get him on the list here real quick, and then I'll move up to Steve. 6 call, go ahead.
The 6 call, go ahead. I guess you ignored him now. He's not coming back.
We'll come back to him in a minute. We'll move on to N2SAW, Steve in Springfield. How are you doing, Steve?
Oh, just recovering from the storm still. All of my radio equipment survived. I know others weren't as lucky. They finally were able to get my neighbor's power line out of my yard, so I was able to kind of do an assessment. And we got rid of the couple 100 pounds of fresh green lumber that came down and ripped the cable TV line off my house, which I don't use cable, so whatever. One less thing in the air that interferes with raising antennas. But my internet line also went down, and it's going to be next week before I get that back. So I'm kind of dead in the water when it comes to internet. But yes, my neighbor was able to get their power back as of today, so that was good for them. Otherwise, yeah, just trying to stay cool at work. It's hot, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the way things have been the last week. So I just wanted to get checked in. I missed, unfortunately, all of the other check-ins before me because I was kind of laying down and trying to get some rest, pretty tired in that. Didn't actually sleep, but sometimes just relaxing is enough. So I will go ahead and send it back to net. This is N2SAW.
All right, Steve, thanks for checking in. Yeah, there was quite a bit of damage. Tornadoes, they kind of focus, and this was widespread over a huge area, so I would venture to guess the damage is probably about the equivalent of having a tornado in a smaller area, just spread out all over this corner of the state.
It was pretty amazing, especially in the southeast portion of Springfield. They, as far as of the Springfield area, they took it the worst. I was driving through there and I saw, giant limbs on people's houses, and there was a church there. You couldn't see the parking lot because it was full of green twigs and sticks and various other things. It looks like they never upkeep their lots based on the amount of debris it was there, but every time I passed by there, it's normally clear, so it was all storm damage. But luckily for us, communities around the state came in to help get this area back in working order, because it was pretty amazing. Like, it was, for what it was, and not being a tornado, it was amazing. That's the only word I have for it. N2SAW.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was something else, that's for sure. All right, thanks for checking in, Steve, and we'll go back to Dave for the recheck. Go ahead, Dave.
KE0MAD. I wanted to let Jimmy over there in Marionville know that I actually heard him in Rogersville. It was a scratchy 4, but I definitely heard him. And on that UV82, the question you were asking about the VFOs, no, if you transmit on one, you can't hear on the other one, because I have one of those. All right, back to net control, KE6GA.
All right, good to hear. Yeah, it's just kind of some of those you can, some of those you can't. All right, I'll take it one more time on the omnidirectional, then we're going to start swinging the beam around. Do we have any more check-ins? Please call now. All right, hearing none, I'm going to switch over to the beam, and I'll be right back. All right, this is KE0MAD with Thursday night 4-6 Simplex Net, pointing to the southeast. We have anybody down around the southeast, Branson, over into down into Arkansas there? I'd like to check in. Please call now.
Paul, KD0, EOA, and Cape Fair.
Picked up one. Paul, KD0, EOA. How you doing this week, Paul?
Oh, pretty good. Avoiding the heat as much as possible. Try to get my projects done early in the morning, my outdoor stuff.
That's probably the best thing you could do is do it early in the morning. Of course, or too early in the morning, it's not as good as it is kind of like around 8 a.m. It seems like 7 to 8 is where it's the coolest here the last few days.
Yeah, and by about 10, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, it was 90 degrees by 9 a.m. this morning. It blew me away. All right, Paul, sounding good up here. 5 and 4. I got the preamp on, but you're completely crystal clear. No problem at all. Thank you for checking in. And we have any more check-ins while I'm pointing to the southeast? All right, and here none. We're now pointed over towards Rogersville, Springfield, up to the northeast there. This is KE0MAD for the Thursday Night Simplex Net. Do we have any more check-ins? Please call now. All right, didn't hear nothing there, so now we're pointed to the northwest, up towards Stockton Lake. This is KE0MAD looking for more check-ins while I'm pointed to the northwest. Do we have any more? All right, we're pointing over towards Carthage, Joplin area. We have any more check-ins over towards Carthage and Joplin for the 4-6 Simplex Net? Call now. All right, here none. Now we're pointed down towards Rogers and Bentonville, all that area down there in Arkansas. Do we have anybody that wants to check in that can copy me? Please call now. All right, here none. I'm going to switch to the Omni and close this out.
Shaun, that sixth call, I don't know where they was at. It wasn't too strong on me, but like you said, he was in there.
All right, I'm on the omnidirectional. Do we have any more check-ins? There was a 6 call in there earlier, and wasn't trying to ignore you. We just had a lot of check-ins all at one time. Do we have any more calls, especially a 6 call that was trying to call in earlier? Call now. All right, nothing heard. Is there anything that anybody else would like to add to the net before I close it out? All right, we're going to close it out. That's 16 check-ins, including myself, and I also included Steve, K0SPM, proxied him in there. Didn't want to miss out on Steve. Hopefully we can hear you in there sometime soon there, Steve. Looked like maybe I was just trying to read in the chat, maybe got some crud or something going on. So 7-3 all, and thank you everybody for checking in. I'll return the frequency to normal use.
Shaun, I don't know where that 6 call was.